Imagine a software platform that attempts to unite artificial intelligence and quantum computing under one roof. The initial vision for QMoosa was exactly that, a sprawling, all-encompassing digital ecosystem. The intended scope was massive. The roadmap included a quantum job execution queue, a fully fledged enterprise marketplace, decentralized autonomous organizations, and deep blockchain integration. This diagram represents the 10 comprehensive documents they created, detailing everything from API integration contracts to fully normalized database schemas. Yet, despite mapping out a flawless system architecture on paper, the platform had 0 lines of production code and 0 active users. Every software company eventually collides with the execution threshold. This is the stark dividing line where theoretical architecture must cease and the messy work of actual coding has to begin. Writing an exhaustive 100-page product requirements document is, mathematically speaking, indistinguishable from building nothing. To survive, a startup has to stop planning and start shipping. Making that jump requires a shift in perspective. You have to step away from the mindset of a conceptual dreamer and adopt the ruthless pragmatism of a venture-backed startup. The Master Product Backlog serves as a strict forcing function designed to dictate what gets built today and what gets ignored. The philosophy behind the backlog is cold and calculating. Every proposed feature is ranked against 2 strict criteria: the immediate value it brings to the customer and the technical risk it takes to build. If you spread your engineering team thin trying to build 10 average products at the exact same time, you guarantee that you will acquire 0 loyal users. A startup actually has to deliberately sabotage its own grand vision. You have to strip away the noise until you isolate the single, undeniable tool that a user is willing to open and use right now. We start by aggressively eliminating the periphery. We cut decentralized autonomous organizations, we cut NFTs, and we completely scrap the native mobile app from the initial rollout. Next, we delay the massive infrastructure layers. We push features like enterprise security and white label marketplaces out into future phases, keeping them completely off the immediate roadmap. What remains is a stripped-down, indestructible core, an AI copilot built specifically for quantum computing, wrapped in basic authentication and project management. This leaves us with 2 exact narrow use cases: a student who needs an AI tutor to explain a quantum logic gate, and a developer who needs to select a provider and execute a circuit. Serving this specific scope requires a highly focused technical stack, a Next.js framework for the front end, a fast API application for the back end, and Postgres for the user sessions. With the scope locked in, abstract planning turns into actionable tickets for Sprint 1. The team creates the initial GitHub repositories, configures the Docker environments, and builds a functional user login screen. Ruthless subtraction provides the only mathematical way to ensure the codebase actually gets built. The company is no longer a sprawling conceptual architecture. It operates as a tight, iterative, 2-week engineering engine, shipping features continuously. With the engineering cycle running, the entire company objective shifts toward proving product-market validation. To measure that validation, the team relies on a North Star metric. This is a singular, quantifiable data point that aligns all product design and engineering work toward a single outcome. This line graph plots QMoosa's specific North Star, weekly active quantum builders. Notice how it tracks the physical execution of quantum jobs through the platform, rather than just counting how many people signed up for an account. This metric forces the engineering team to ignore vanity metrics like site traffic. Success is measured strictly by a user successfully configuring a quantum circuit and running the execution job to completion. To reach your first 1,000 active users, you need the radical discipline to abandon the mega platform. You have to build the smallest, most flawless tool that actually solves a problem.